One of the questions that I get a lot is, but didn't Rose kill Charmaine? And I know that this is a popular opinion and it is based on what people hear in documentaries, but it really isn't as clear cut as that. Yes, she was found guilty in the trial, but as for the evidence that found her guilty, that's very questionable. And I did some videos the other day, it's 3 videos explaining why that evidence was very questionable. To summarise though, there was dental evidence that said that she was killed 2 to 3 months after a photo was taken based on her tooth eruption and the photo, how long that had been since then. And that evidence in court said that she was killed at the end of June to the end of July. Fred West was released on the 24th of June. So if anything, that evidence shows that Fred was not in prison when Charmaine died. The next bit of evidence was that her neighbour had visited the house and Charmaine was already gone. But as it says in my other video, the date of this visit is very much in question because of the baby that was said to be there when Fred was in prison, but that baby wasn't born until after his release from prison in August. And then also in another video, I talk about the school date issues. So the police in documentaries have said they saw the school record of when she was last marked present, only I don't think that date's ever actually been publicly made available. I know that the dates that they've put for the end of term in books and documentaries are incorrect because I've been to the archives and I've seen for myself when the school broke up, and it is not Saturday the 31st, it is actually the 31st of July is actually the 21st of July, so a week before that. And there was actually only ever a 9-day window in which it was possible for Rose to have killed Charmaine when Fred was in prison. And that is between the last date she was seen and the date he was released. Them dates are the 15th of June to the 24th of June. And none of the evidence that was given in court showed that it was in them 9 days when Charmaine was murdered. In fact, the dental evidence shows that she was murdered after that date, and that dental evidence was the only evidence heard. And in fact, there was other professional odontologist evidence that said that Charmaine could have been killed even later. And if you go to Google, you can see that tooth eruption, it takes usually a little bit longer than what was said in court of the 2 to 3 months, and that's what the other professional said. So no, it's not clear cut. We don't know that Fred was in prison. We know that that's what the jury found. They believed the evidence enough alongside all of the other evidence, which I will go into, the other similar fact evidence. I can only look at it retrospectively and make my own opinion on it, and it's for everybody else to make their opinion. All I will say is that there was no evidence, similar fact or otherwise, to say that Rose had killed before or that she'd killed any of the victims. Feel free to look into it yourself, and I am going to elaborate a lot more in other videos.